Hey guys, how you guys doing? Okay, have you ever heard of this word? What will be will be. Yeah. Okay, Sarah. Doesn't always happen like that in real life. No, sometimes what will be is what you determine it to be. And a lot of people live their life in the first narrative, accepting everything the way it is. Well, it is what it is. No, it doesn't have to be what it is. What it is, the outcomes can be determined by you. There are certain outcomes you can change. There are certain outcomes you can determine yourself. Yes, you can. That's the way life is. Sometimes, if not most times, you don't always have to accept what the status quo is. Sometimes life will give you things you don't deserve. If you allow life to take you on its course, it might hand you stuff that you never ever deserve. You have to get out of life that thing which you fight for. Sometimes, yes, I learned that very early in life. I remember as a second year student, I'd enrolled for a chess game. I was really very good in chess. I'd won everybody in the competition. I was so proud of myself. And there it was, the finals. I had to meet this guy. It was a big day. I came in for the competition, and the guy was nowhere to be found. He didn't show up. And so I looked to the instructor, and she said, "You know what? It's going to be a walkover since he didn't come. You're going to be first. He's going to be second." On the day of prize night, which was the day where the awards were to be given, to my greatest shock, that guy was put first, and I was given second. Even though I deserved the first, I wasn't given first. I was put second. Now, the reason why that happened, I can't tell. It was really very funny circumstances, which I don't want to go into. Well, you can go and read it up in my book anyway. I talked about it in the book. Yeah. But life didn't give to me what I expected, what I deserved, what I actually worked out for. It gave me the opposite. It happens that way. Sometimes you need to fight for what you want. In the book of Second Kings, chapter 7, there were four lepers who changed the course of their destiny. They told themselves, if we stay here, we will die. If we go into the camp of the Syrians, we might die. But you know what? We will go. When they went, God was with them. As they went, the Lord made the sound of their feet sound like a host of the armies, and the Syrian army was scared and they gave up the town for them. Sometimes you need to take that step of faith. Sometimes you need to challenge your fear. Sometimes you need to challenge the status quo. You need to challenge the comfort of your play of your situation. You need to move in the direction of your heart's desire. That place, that thing that always looks like a mountain to someone. You need to move in that direction. If you don't move, then God cannot amplify your feet. You need to give something to God to work with. It's called faith. It's called trust. It's the ability, the audacity of your faith and trust in God. I want to encourage you out there. Don't accept everything just the way you see it. What will be will not always be. You can make what will be what you want it to be. It is not always what it is. It is what you determine it to be. It is what God has said it to be. You have to align with what God has said and what you do. Not just your words, but what you do. When your actions and God's word align, then you get a divine intervention. Then you get a divine breakthrough. Then you come into the very things God has planned for you. I want to encourage you out there. Have you failed before? Are you facing a challenge where that looks like, man, this is the way it is, the die is cast? No, you can make a change. Get up, rise up, take that challenge. What will be what God has said. What God said is what you will experience. I encourage you. Get up and get driving. God bless you. See you again. Bye.